Okay, let's finish up number 8 here, B. And it is 3x to the 8th power plus 15x to the 5th power. We're going to make that change. Plus 18x squared. And I may have already fixed it for your notes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a 3 in common with 3, 15, and 18, and x squared. And that's my greatest common factor. What is left? X to the 6th power plus 5x cubed plus 6. Alright, and now I'm going to break this trinomial up to 2 binomials. And I know it has to be x cubed this time. X cubed times x cubed is x to the 6th power. Has to be plus and plus. And then two numbers that multiply to give me 6 to add it to give me 5 is 2 and 3. And that is it. And the number 9 is similar problems, which I'm going to ask you to try on the next page. So go ahead and flip it up and try those two problems. I'm going to go ahead and show you the answers here. So try those out and pause now because I am going to show you those answers. Okay, there's number 9, A and B. And the next thing we have to work on is the factor theorem. So I'm going to go ahead and move this. Pause if you need more time. The factor theorem is really pretty similar to what we did last in 4.3 with the synthetic division. So it says a polynomial f of x is a factor of the quantity of x minus k if and only if f of k equals 0. So like that remainder theorem, right, where we got the answer from the synthetic division through the remainder. Well, now the remainder actually has to equal 0, and if it does, then it is a factor of the polynomial. So we're factoring that way. Okay, so here we go, A. And again, since it's in factor form, I need the opposite of -2, which is +2. Bring that L. I need the coefficients of my factor of my polynomial, so it's going to be 1, 2, and -4. I bring down to 1. Multiply by 2, I get 2. Combine those, I get 4. Multiply that by 2, I get 8. Combine those, and I get 4. And the remainder is 4. So is the remainder 0? No. Alright, so that doesn't work. It's not a factor. B. Let's try B. This time I get x plus 5. So again, it's in factor form, so I take the opposite of +5. -5. And then I have 3. And then 15. I got -1. I do not have an x, so I need to put 0 for the placeholder for x, and then 25. Bring down that 3, multiply it by 5, I get -15. Combine those, and I get 0. Multiply that by -5, I get 0. Bring down the -1. Multiply that by -5, I get +5. Bring down that 5. Multiply 5 times -5, I get -25. And now my remainder is 0, and that is really what I was looking for right there. So yes, it is a factor. Okay. So, what happens then? What does that mean? Well, it means that initially this x plus 5, which I had, is a factor of this polynomial that I have right here. What's the other factor? It's this, what's remaining. Alright, so that would be 5 minus 1x, and then 0x squared, and then 3x cubed. So 3x cubed minus x plus 5. Those are now my two factors. And that is what we're going to use it for. And I'll show you right here. Even though that's not what was asked initially, just is it a, does it have a remainder of 0? Yes. But we're going to continue with concept 6. Okay, same thing. Factoring binomials, we show that x plus 3 is a factor of f of x equals x to the 4th power plus 3x cubed minus x minus 3, and then factor completely. Okay, so again, I'm going to use negative 3 here. In synthetic division, I get 1, 3, no x squared, so 0 is my placeholder, negative 1, and then minus 3. Bring down the 1. Multiply by negative 3, I get negative 3, and that's 0. Multiply that, I get 0. Bring down the 0. Negative 3 times 0 is 0. Bring down a negative 1. Multiply that by negative 3, I get positive 3. And my remainder is 0. And that is good. That's what I wanted. Okay. What are my factors then? Well, the initial factor x plus 3, which was initially given to us right there. And what's left over? Well, again, I go backwards, right? So my constant's negative 1. I get 0x squared, and then 1x cubed, or just x cubed minus 1. And I would look always to factor completely and look to continue factor, and actually this one is a cube, difference of cubes. So I'm going to factor that more. Okay, so I take the cube root of x cubed, which is x, the cube root of 1, which is 1, and then I take this first term, a term, and I square it, so I get x squared. Multiply them together, negative 1x, but then I multiply that by negative 1, or change the sign, so I get positive x, and then take negative 1, square that, I get 1. Voila! Now I have factored this polynomial right here completely. Alright guys, so you are factoring using synthetic division to factor completely. Give it a go. I'm going to go ahead and show you the answer here. Pause now if you haven't already. Here is your answer. That is it for the 4.4 notes.